Hi, friends, and welcome back to my besties. I love you. Subscribe to join the bestie cult. In today's video, I wanted to share some of my tips for making time for art when you have a busy schedule, because if you didn't know, I am an engineering student currently in my second year, and I'm really struggling to make time for art as much as I would like. So recently, I did a bit of research and developed my own system for trying to achieve my art goals and become more productive towards in the art section of my life. So if you think that would be something you'd be interested in hearing, or you might find this video helpful, stick around. Give the video a like at any point if you do find it helpful, and comment your thoughts, comment any questions, anything related to the video. The first thing I did, I'm gonna insert a picture of this goal planner thingy that I found on the internet. And essentially in the middle, it says wish list. So you write down a list of all the things that you want to achieve. You're going to set yourself a 10 to 15 minute timer and just let your imagination run wild. Like, this is just complete brainstorm. Don't even try to be realistic with your goals at this part. Just literally anything you want to achieve or you wish you had, write it down. After you've completed this sheet, so you start with the wish list, and then there's the 3 months, 1 year, 3 year, and then lifetime sections. So in the 3 months, you put in like, okay, this is what I want to achieve within the next 3 months, and then same with 1 year, 3 years, and then lifetime, what you want your life to look like overall. All right, once we've completed this sheet, the next step is to write out what your schedule currently looks like and identify your current time commitments and responsibilities and things in your daily life that you have to do and that you literally can't take out of your schedule, such as, for example, sleeping, going to school, going to work, showering, cleaning, any of that stuff that you already are doing. Write that down into like Monday to Sunday format. And once you've done that, you can identify how many hours free you have on each of those days. So, for example, on my Thursday, I know that it takes me from 9 to 5 to go to school. So that's 8 hours already. Then I sleep for 8 hours. So that's another 8 hours subtracted from 24 hours. And then I gave myself 2 hours for homework. And I also gave myself 2 hours just for miscellaneous activities such as cooking, cleaning, showering, whatever else that, you sort of do mindlessly and you don't realize you're wasting time. And at the end of the day, I have 3 hours of free time. One thing I forgot to mention or make more clear is that once you've identified the hours that you have free, you can decide, okay, based on what I've written during my brainstorm, which days would be best to add certain tasks that will help you work towards the goals or one of the goals that you wrote during your brainstorm. So for example, one of my goals was to gain more, like a certain amount of subscribers by certain time on YouTube. And in order to do that, I think I need to upload more frequently and more consistently, which will just help me practice making videos more often and hopefully improve. And so on the days where I have more hours and more free time, I have added to create and upload videos or like editing time and whatever else I need that I think I can realistically stick to each week. Because I only have 3 hours of free time on Thursday, I have put drawing for 30 minutes as an optional activity, but I don't want to overwhelm myself and I want to be realistic. So, for example, one of my goals is to upload 2 YouTube videos per week. So on one of the days where I have more hours free, I will choose to record a video that day so that I don't feel overwhelmed and so that I'm more likely to actually stick to this schedule. Of course, this isn't like, you don't have to follow this schedule exactly. It's just sort of taking advantage of the time that you do have and realizing that, yeah, the whole point of this is with you having set this 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and lifetime idea of what you want your life to look like and what you want to achieve, it's recognizing that, okay, this is realistic. These goals that I have set for myself are realistic to achieve as long as I take advantage of the time that I have every week and every day and am not wasting as much time, essentially. And of course, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, as I mentioned. So you don't have to stick to this schedule super rigidly, and you're not going to die if you don't do one of your goals one day. But just having it set in place is going to help you really become more productive in terms of working towards achieving your goal, your art related goals. To help me organize all of this stuff, of course, this video is not sponsored, but sponsor me in Notion if you would like to sponsor me. But I mean, like, it's okay. It's an okay, like, app and software, and, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. No, that's what I use. It's been helping me stay organized. I'll show you an example sort of what my scheduling is looking like. I set habits and stuff for each day. I made this table where it's a bucket list, and then I have active and passive activities essentially in two separate columns. So it's a three column table. We have the bucket list, which is just my goals that I want to achieve. Then I have the active things that I have to do that take active energy and thought and effort to do those things. And then the passive things, which I kind of just already do mindlessly, or they're habits that I've already developed that are related to whatever is in the bucket list column, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I have, sort of. And one of the reasons I decided to take productivity more seriously and actually put a plan in place is because recently I haven't really been as active on social media as I would like to be, and I haven't been drawing as much and just in general working towards my art related goals as much as I would like to. And so, which, by the way, I don't blame myself for that. School has been quite busy. So I think because of that, I've just been slacking a little bit. But I do know that I'm capable of incorporating art into my schedule. And it's something that I am serious about achieving, like the goals that I do have that are art related. And in terms of my existence on social media, or whatever you want to call it, I do have goals that I want to achieve related to those things. Now I'm finally setting it in place, and I wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing in hopes that it'll help somebody. One thing to keep in mind to not overwhelm yourself is I tried to narrow down my goals to 2 to 3 active projects. So what I mean by that is YouTube and social media in general is just one project for me. And then I also have Patreon, like starting a Patreon as one of my other projects, which is its own separate thing because it's, in my mind, it's just a separate thing. So that's 2 projects. And then I have other more personal stuff that I am not going to share that are not art related as my 3rd project. And so the reason you want to narrow it down to 2 to 3 projects is because, again, with being realistic of what you can achieve and not feel overwhelmed and actually stay consistent in working towards achieving. If you set too many projects for yourself, you're not going to be sticking to your plan because you're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of stuff you have to do. So just keep that in mind. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial of how to use Notion and stuff and how to like build your schedule and whatever, let me know in the comments. I can totally make a video about that. But as for right now, I think that's all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.